Okay, we've come to the Ideal Palace. We've got a little bit of thing about it on here, so I'll walk around, video it, and then I'll tell you a little bit about what it says on here. So it says, one day in April 1879, returning from his daily round, country postman Ferdinand Cheval, then aged 43, stumbled upon a stone that was so unusual that it reminded him of a dream sinking slowly into oblivion. A fairy tale palace beyond imagining. Night after night he spent 33 years of his existence in modelling this monument, and to obstinacy in what was originally his vegetable garden.
These are new, these are his.
Yeah. Inspired by the countryside, he walked through each day illustrated magazines that he distributed during his rounds, and finally by postcards that began to appear in 1890. He built a palace the like of which was to be found nowhere else in the world. Some mocked him, some criticised him, but over a period of 33 years he worked on 10,000 days, spending 93,000 hours on building his palace, on which he engraved the work of one man. He completed his palace at the age of 76 and was then brave enough to spend another 8 years building his own equally unusual tomb in the cemetery of the village in Hortives. He died aged 88 and was buried there. Before he died, he had his biography certified as being true and correct, attesting that he built his palace alone, independent of all artistic movements, calling on no recognised architectural techniques. The Ideal Palace is now considered a world reference of outsider art. The palace was ardently defended by André Malraux and was declared a historic monument in 1969 as a work of naive art. Ferdinand Cheval was the source of inspiration for many artists who paid tribute to him. André Breton, Pablo Picasso, Tingali, Max Ernst, Niki de Saint-Phal, to name but a few. Then there's a statement. It says, in the evening at nightfall when mankind is at rest, I work on my palace, my pain will be known to no one. So a little bit more about him, that's what I've read about him on there, but a little bit more about him is he was a postman. Now somewhere, I'm not sure where, but somewhere around here is his first stones. Oh right, okay, yeah. As like Christine was saying, that was his first tomb. He wanted to be buried here, and I think when he asked the local government if that was possible for him to do that, they said no. So that's why he had to spend another 8 years building one in the cemetery, which we'll show you that later. But somewhere, I think, of the first stones that he laid.
Yeah.
They know it's his first stones because, you know, he actually told some people. So 33 years he spent building it. Have a look.
I can't build in 33 years.
So that's where he wanted to be buried, but
It says
sadly they wouldn't let him.
carry all our bags now able to somewhere green. It says tomb on it.
Yeah. Anyway, spent 33 years on it. He was married twice. His second wife, who wasn't short of a bob or two, she actually supported him in it. So when he retired from being a postie, he worked on it full time.
His first wife died when his son was 7.
Yeah, his first wife died when his son was 7, Christine's just said. So you have to look, because there is so much going on. I think it fell, once he died, it kind of fell into disrepair, and nobody basically thought he was a nut, to be quite honest. It was only when I think his daughter gave it to the municipality, the council if you like, and they took it over, and then it brought it back to life as what it is today. But yeah, he was seen as a bit of a nut. I see they've shut some of the accesses up. Used to be able to get, we've been all the way up there, me and Christine. It looks like they're closed now. Oh, we can get up some of it. And it is called the Ideal Palace simply because that was his. He thought it was the ideal place, basically. So I mean, you have things like this, which is the mosque. So we'll go in here and have a little bit of a.
Il a fait des petites. Ah, mais c'est là que c'est. Hein? C'est là. Il a fait. C'est une autruche. Allows us to look outside. Once we've walked all the way around, we'll go up and some of these steps. So Hindu temple, the Hello Chalet Suisse, Maison Blanche, Maison Carré, Chateau Renaud. Now apparently he actually lived, this is, as I said, this was his vegetable garden, so he lived there, which obviously has changed a bit. But he lived in one of the houses that were there that looked across onto it. So we're back round the front again. They're nothing to do with him. These monument things on the front, I don't think, but you have to look carefully. There's just so much going on. You've got Adam, Eve. Apparently other relations and friends of his, when they went away, used to send him stones back. So there'd be shells and stuff like that people picked up on beaches and all sorts of things. Strange how things change from what one person sees as being a nut and then all of a sudden it becomes a work of art. So let's have a climb up here. Such a strange. We could at one time get up when we've been up all of these. A lot have been shut off now. So don't think there's any access to the top anymore. I mean, it's kind of weird. I don't know what he would have thought about people's interest now. I think people spoil it when they've carved the names in it and kind of it's so weird. There's no going up to the top anymore.
That's the original stone.
Yeah. There you go. So that there
Is what inspired him.
is what inspired him. So these were the first ones which he found, or the first one that he found. I don't know which one of those 3 or 4 it
I
is.
think it was that top one there, that one, middle one,
Obviously
there, second
thinks
one.
it's this one.
Yeah.
For some unknown reason, he found that. I think it was in a stream, and now it was weathered with the water, and he really liked it. And then he went and started picking up a few more. So he picked those 4 or 5. Or that one big one, I'm not really sure how it was, but there's just too much to look at, if you get what I mean. There's just so much that's going on. For the men, anyway, I must admit, considering this is just a small village, it's created a lot of interest. Let's go down this set of steps. Merci. ground again. Let's get back and have a look back
On monte
here.
pas, je pourras pas pouvoir redescendre.
Non, quand tu trouves, j'arrive.
Tu veux pas monter? Ah oui, mais pour descendre, tu n'auras pas.
Non, mais non, moi je vais y aller. Dans le temps, je vais.
Ah oui, d'accord.
There's so much to see. There's Christine up there. There she is. I hope you wave back. But it is just, you know, every time you go around it, you see something new and something different. And we'll take a walk across here, so we might get a better view of it, possibly. I don't know whether this has anything to do with him or it was something that was put up at a later date. I'm not really sure. It's kind of in his style, so let's have a look. Thank you.
I don't notice that temple halfway up there either.
Yeah. It's brilliant. I was just saying on here that it doesn't matter how many times you go around, there's something new every time, isn't there?
Yeah.
And that's brilliant. So this is his house that overlooks the palace
So
itself.
built a balcony.
Yeah, he said because he built all the balcony. I don't know if he built the house, but he built the balcony. And we're going to have a look in the museum.
Because it's free.
Yeah, because we've paid for it.
And you can touch
And this is somebody else's land. Don't like it. Sorry, I don't like that. It's crap. There he is. Don't like French, so there's no point in. I've done his history for you already. Is that a sculpture in chocolate? Yeah, sculpture in chocolate. Although it's a bit warm in here, so they must have done something to it to stop it melting. Yeah, this is a bit weird. That's not his art. This is what somebody else has done. Which I'm not really interested in, to be quite honest. Look at the bamboo just come across like that. This is here in his garden as well. Look at that. How fantastic is that? And look at it, look at the thickness of it. I'll put my hand around one of them on there just to give you an idea of how thick it is. There you go, there's the man himself. We're going to Go to his mausoleum now, once I've eaten my ice cream. Nice. Okay, we're still in Hortreves, which is where the Ideal Palace is. We are making our way to go and have a look at
His mausoleum.
his mausoleum.
Well,
We've just been sidetracked because Christine wants to go and have a look in the church. So that's where we're heading.
That's the school.
That's the school.
École.
École, yeah. School. Anyway, we're going to go and have a look in this church. Okay, I'm not sure which one this one is. What they call it. Got the hats off. At least. Oop. No organ as of yet. Very unusual. Have you noticed, Christine?
No.
There's no organ.
Oh yeah? Interesting.
And all the walls are decorated with sculptures of the crucifixion. Yeah, very strange. Nice, simple church. Something else missing as well. There's no pulpit. No pulpit, no organ. Very different. There it is. There's his mausoleum that he built himself. Took 8 years. I said it was his daughter that gave it to municipality. It wasn't. I think it was his great granddaughter. I think that did that. I think he had a few troubles within the family with deaths and stuff like that. I guess this is his family one, so there's Ferdinand Cheval was the first one.
That's him.
And the last one is Alice Lardant.
That's his daughter. She was 15 when she died.
Yeah. That'll be his great-great-granddaughter then. She couldn't have been, because that's 1893 to 1984.
Oh, he's also called Alice.
Yeah. Quite a building he made for himself. Yeah, it took him 8 years that to build that. Not let you do that in England. Not a chance. Yeah. So we thought we'd finish off on a cheerful note, and this is like a typical French cemetery. We talked to a bloke in a camper van a couple of nights ago. He was parked opposite us from Holland, and he's on holiday visiting these places. But they all have their big family tombs, look. So I'm not going to walk all the way around. I'll just walk down this little bit, but
Quite pretty,
just
aren't
gives
they?
you, just gives you an idea and a feel of, of what a French cemetery looks like.
Very pretty.
I mean, some of them are massive. I mean, look at that: family Delphine, family Julian Malud, family Ruiz, Granier, Paquien,
Very pretty.
Bernard. Yeah. And then he's got that. I'm just saying, you'd never ever allow you to build anything like that in our cemeteries.
Not very.
Never in a month of Sundays. No. This is our stop for the night. So this was €10 for 24 hours. You get first 3, you get 3 hours free if you want. And this is at the well, it's at the sports ground. You can empty and dump your stuff over there. Yeah, plenty of space on here.